Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of My Take. And so, as I tried to tell y'all, man, now the WNBA is being accused of being racist. I tried to explain this to everybody. So, somebody in an article, according to the Athlon, was basically saying that the decision that was made, far as for Caitlin Clark and Reese, was based on racism. Okay, if you ask me, do I think that it was from racism? To be honest, I think it stemmed more from the fact that they try to put more eyes on Caitlin Clark, which possibly could have been led, by that reason. But I'm not going to say that the WNBA is racist or that was because of them being racist. I think that they definitely made a crazy decision not putting Angel Reese on there. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I told y'all racism is the reason why this whole WNBA is thriving now. They didn't like the way uh, Angel Reese behaved, so they started throwing a whole bunch of money, and it's no different from the police that did something bad, right? And then a whole bunch of people start sending them money. It's one of the same things. To be honest, Caitlin Clark is getting a lot of attention due to the reaction from Angel Reese. I already said that, and now for the decision that was made to broadcast Caitlin Clark and not Angel Reese and Camelia Cardoso played a big part in why people are reacting the way that they are, saying that the lead is racist. They're saying that. This is what the fans are saying of the lead. And I tried to tell people, if you do this, it's not going to put as many eyes on the lead. It's not going to grow the lead the way that people think that it is. If you're trying to build the WNBA, why wouldn't you broadcast both of these two people who are now bringing eyes to the WNBA? And in fact, they did a disservice. It made it a super bad decision based on business to say, you know what, we can make a lot of money, and we can expand the lead if we cover both of these two. But no, that ain't what they said. That ain't what they did. What they did was they decided to choose one over the other. And I seen some comments where, a guy said, well, it's the networks. The WNBA can't make nobody come film. And look, man, check this out. The WNBA can't force nobody to do that. But what the WNBA can make sure is that they have their own team to be at these games to select what's going on. And in fact, what if it was some amazing stuff that went on that nobody caught? It did a disservice to not have anybody at the game. It did the leader a very disservice because now can't nobody tell you what went on. Can't nobody say, oh, this, and this happened. What if ESPN wanted to play one of the clips that happened? They got to go to the lady that streamed the game? It don't make sense. So the fact that they're saying that the WNBA is this way, now what's happening is you're going to turn a lot of people off. But then also, it may drive in a lot of people as well, but it's going to be on a bad foundation. First of all, you want the league to grow and expand based on talent, not race. You feel what I'm saying? And people would get mad at me for even addressing the obvious. But at the end of the day, this is what's going on. I tried to explain to people why Caitlin Clark was as famous. But to be honest, man, I'm doing some research. I I was told that Angel Reese and them game had more seats and more attendance than the people at the Caitlin Clark game. And I'm hearing that they saying that the reason why Caitlin Clark and them was considered to be sold out is because they played in only a 7,000 seat arena. So I'm not sure. I'm doing my research. I want to get that information. But to be in this predicament for people to say that it's a racial thing, it does the WNBA a disservice. So Brittany Griner, she's one of the people that actually spoke up. Brittany Griner, she made a statement, and a lot of people is disliking Brittany Griner because of they felt like her actions, it should have been punished, right? It was a justice that she was over there in Russia, and so a lot of people don't like her. But she said, Brittany Griner shares her thoughts in the WNBA. It's wild. They didn't have the game on League Pass, but they did what they wanted. In no world does it make sense not to have these two ladies on Game app. Okay. Now, I didn't say that. This young lady is the one that said it, Brittany Griner. Okay. It didn't look good. So the whole thing about the WNBA is to expand it. How can you expand the WNBA if you ain't got nobody at the games? It don't make sense at all. So when people are saying, it's because it's the WNBA and they racist, they this, they that. Now you take away from everything that y'all claim that y'all standing for. Why would you put any you know any opportunity that y'all can have? Why would y'all jeopardize that and make people create these type of narratives? Because I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm not saying that it's not false. But why, knowing that this could be a possibility, why not have games at all these facilities? It don't make no sense, man. And I be trying to protect people. I be trying to speak up. And like I said, I will be doing more coverage on these games, but I can't back this up. If somebody, especially of my demographic, is being mistreated, and then all people can say is, "Oh, Kaylin is more of a draw." Is she? Is she? Okay, let's see. Because last time I checked, I was looking for the Angel Reese game. I wanted to watch her game. I wasn't searching for Caitlin Clark. I think she's a really good player, but I wanted to see how, Angel Reese was doing. And she had a really good debut. Almost had a double-double. Nobody talking about her. She had 13 points. Almost had a double-double. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 1 block, a few assists. That's an amazing game for a debut. Nobody was talking about it. Well, at least the main media. You got a lot of people was talking about it, but not main media. And so if they believe that they're going to control the narrative, that's not going to happen. The fact that there was that many people in the seats of a 20,000 seat arena, the fact that you had that many people in the seats, it shows you that Kaylin and Angel Reese are going to be able to put some butts in those seats. But, we got to stop pitting these ladies against each other, and the ladies got to stop pitting themselves against each other and do what's best for the league. It's almost like boxing. Boxing, basically, you fight the best fights to build the sport. That's what they got to do for the WNBA. Even if they disagree with an extensive amount of money that Caitlin Clark is getting, and they're not getting that, just blame. You got to blame the sponsors. You can't blame the actual person. You got to blame the sponsors. Put the heat on them. But if the ladies want to build the WNBA, they got to stand in solidarity. But you can't stand in solidarity when these type of things are happening. So every every WNBA woman should be upset at the fact that Angel Reese didn't get any debut time, knowing that would have put more eyes on the WNBA. So they missed out on the opportunity of hundreds of thousands of people watching the game. And they did a disservice by not broadcasting it. So a lot of people want to say, "Yo, we just hating." All right, if you want to be given a point of view from a fan's perspective, okay, you're hating. But if you want to give a perspective from a business, that did not make a lick of sense. Trying to do what they did for LeBron James, for Caitlin Clark, is a grave mistake. It's not the best thing to do. The NBA has been declining, just in case you didn't know, because all they hear about is LeBron James. All they try to do is throw in LeBron James. And that's what they're trying to do with Caitlin Clark. And people are not buying it. They're saying, no, you can't tell me who I want to like. Yes, I think the WNBA is going to be more exciting that Caitlin Clark is in there. But to just keep throwing her in my face, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to watch it because of it. You're doing yourself a disservice. I've heard people say that they not watching the WNBA no more. They saying that they not watching it because they see what the agenda is being. It shouldn't be no agenda in the game of women's basketball. What there should be is a bunch of people lining up saying like, oh, this 2024 class is so dominant. I can't wait to see these games, how these ladies do. That's what they should be doing. LeBron James hurt the league by doing that. They got Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards. They have Gildress. They have Banchero. They have a lot of people. Doncic. A lot of them are not getting the exposure that they should be getting to help build and create the league. So that's why I'm trying to tell these ladies, like, look, man, stand in solidarity and tell them, man, y'all need to be putting eyes on all these teams, even the lesser team. Y'all need to be putting eyes on them because they are going to help the league. They got me interested. In fact, I have never really covered a WNBA game. Now I'm interested. I'm intrigued. But it's not because of Caitlin Clark. I have other favorites. I think Caitlin Clark is amazing, but she's not my favorite. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. And people saying, oh, well, she's not your favorite. Oh, well, you're hating. No, that's not the case. What's the case is I like certain styles of basketball. And in fact, Penny Hardaway was my favorite basketball player in the NBA. I didn't like Michael Jordan. Everybody else liked the Michael Jordan. I liked it. Penny Hardaway. That was my favorite. My favorite is not Caitlin. Right now, my favorite player is really not even in the NBA art college. She's a new young lady that's coming up that everybody is going to see. But I still want to help grow the game. But how can we do it when this building is being built on a foundation at least from the eyes of the fans, that it's a racial thing, and that's a disservice because you can't sustain that way. What if all the rest of the people that goes to the WNBA are non-black people? Or what if all the people that go to the NBA just happen to be black people? Right? You can't utilize that same argument. It's not gonna upheld in the future. You know what I'm saying? Also, man, if y'all like the content, hit the subscribe button, please. You know, that's just my invitation. But if we're not but just supporting the WNBA by the team that we like, okay, your favorite team may be the Indiana Fevers. Cool, right? Mine may be somebody else, right? The LA, Los Angeles. Okay, now we got a rivalry. We could talk about the game. We could, build on that. But I'm telling you, right now, the NBA, the WNBA is taking a black eye with their approach because everybody knows that it's intentional. It was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's not a mistake that you can make. That's not a mistake that anybody was going to make. You know what I'm saying? But for the WNBA to be in a situation that they're in where people is calling them out, even the Brittany Grinders, it's a disservice. It's a disservice. How can you sustain, when these type of things are happening? So I want to do my part. I'm doing my part. I'm talking about it. Then you got Alexa Philippou, when she said the Minnesota Chicago game, preseason game, isn't being televised or streamed anywhere. Okay, not even League Pass. Not ideal to say the least. And the reason she said that, far as not being ideal, is because doing stuff like this can never build the WNBA. You can't build it that way. Now I understand that you want to have certain games on televised, but on the League Pass, every game should always be available 24/7. Whenever there's a game, you should be able to go to League Pass, which is the whole purpose of League Pass. The whole purpose of League Pass is to get the games that you can't usually get on TV. So how is this a thing? I'm trying to figure that part out. I just thought about it. League Pass talking about games that they may not have or think about having. It's the League Pass. I'm getting the League Pass because I want to be able to watch any game that I want. And in fact, how could you have a League Pass if you don't have nobody there broadcasting or streaming the game? How could you do that? That further makes me understand that this stuff was intentional. That's crazy. Now that I think about it, I wasn't even thinking like that at first. I literally wasn't thinking about it. I'm like, okay, maybe they may select a few games that they decide to broadcast, right, on the League Pass. But it's the League Pass, which means that if it's the League Pass, you got to put all the games on the league. So how is it a mistake like that can happen? It was intentional. It was so we can put more eyes and divert more eyes onto the Indiana Fever. And we wanted to get their ratings high as possible. That's what it is. But for people that's saying that this is a racial thing, I'm not going to go there. What I am going to say is that it is definitely a Caitlin Clark thing, meaning that Caitlin Clark was the sole reason that they decided not to put them on TV. Now, I'm not going to say that that was a racist thing because we throw that word around too loosely now. But it definitely was a trying to mark the face of the league type of situation. I don't want to take away from her type of situation. It was definitely that. And I hate to say it. And a lot of people give flack. Oh, without Caitlin Clark, this WNBA, nobody will ever know about the WNBA. Man, I've watched WNBA games already, but I just became more excited about the WNBA with this group. You feel what I'm saying? And I think I can't wait till Juju Watkins get to the WNBA. I think the WNBA is continuing to shoot themselves in the foot in a couple of ways. First of all, it was this Caitlin Clark situation. It was this Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese situation about the television. The next one, the fact that you got to play 4 years in the NCAA, that's hurting the WNBA because you got fresh legs, fresh players, who going to bring a lot more attention, and they got to wait 4 years. What would the league be like if you had a Juju Watkins eligible to play in this draft? If she could have been drafted along with Caitlin Clark, all them, Angel Reese, Camilla Cardoso, right? The rest of the players, if she could have been drafted with them, how good would this league look? It would be crazy. But they're not thinking. Instead, they want to let people, although I always speak in high regards, Diana Taurasi, but she's 42. Ain't no way she's supposed to be playing in the WNBA at the age 42. So y'all gotta tighten up, man. He said WN WNBA content is crazy. The WNBA is doing themselves a disservice. They literally doing themselves a disservice. And I can't help the WNBA, and other people can't help the WNBA if we're doing these type of things. I'm not going to build nothing off racial. He said, how much would you average in the WNBA? How much would I average? I know you ain't. Hold on, wait. If I played in the WNBA, oh, I would have averaged 40. I play basketball. I got partners in the NBA that I hang with. So if I play in the WNBA, I'm scoring 40. Maybe not every night, but I'm for sure ain't scoring nothing less than 20. And in fact, for you don't know, I go to a gym sometimes, created by that was built by a WNBA player, and I play with them, and yeah, work. I play with them. It's like some of the WNBA players go there, they go to play basketball, and I would just so happen to film. But yeah, I average at least like 25, 30. But I scored a lot of games. In a lot of games, I score at least 40. And I know, a lot of people may not agree. Y'all ain't seen me play. But yeah, 40. Easy. You know what I'm saying? But to get back to the WNBA, I think they got a chance to really get it right. I think the WNBA has a really good chance to expand the league the way that they've been looking to expand it. The things that you have to do is, number one, can't be blaming men for y'all decision, and not being equally paid. That's not based on men. That's not based on the people in the NBA. That's based on the number of sponsorships that you get. That's based on the number of butts that you put in those seats. That's based on the number of jerseys that's sold. It's based on the number of shoes that is sold. It's based on the number of the amount of food that y'all sell. It goes off the amount of donations that y'all get. So all these things play a major factor into women getting the opportunity to make millions of dollars, like they are in the NBA. See, they don't have a $1 billion the WNBA don't have a $1 billion industry. They have maybe 100 million, couple 100 million. Hey, Dog Nation, what's up? They have a couple 100 million, right? But they don't have a $1 billion index. They don't have that. So therefore, this is the opportunity for the WNBA to get it right, but they not going to get it right when Caitlin Clark is the only focus. You can't build it like that. They tried to do it with LeBron James. It worked for a while, but you see, a lot of people is getting tired of hearing about LeBron James when they got so many other players in the NBA, right? So the best thing that you can do is learn from somebody else's mistake. So far as me, I want to see the women win. I want to see the men win. I want to see everybody win. I want to see as many people win as possible. But that can't happen when hate is in the center of it. It can't happen. We're in a new day and age. Okay? There's so much stuff that's going on to take your eyes away from the WNBA and NBA. So ain't nobody just sitting around, hoping and wanting these games. They got so much other stuff that they're doing. But you can continue to do the right thing and continue to keep them people eyes on the prize, which is the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Phasing, what's up, man? But yeah, that's the thing, man. So we gotta get it right the first time, because everybody ain't gonna have the opportunity to get a second chance. The WNBA, they've been wanting people to come to their games. Now they getting some people at their games. Take advantage of it. You're not going to be able to take advantage of it, especially when you have other WNBA players speaking out against the unfair treatment. The WNBA can't talk about fair treatment and do unfair things to their own women, to their own league. It don't make sense. So y'all got to get it right. If y'all want somebody to be fair and y'all want us to see what fair is, y'all show us. Lead by example. Lead by example. Lead by example. And the way you do it, you show us. Hey, look. Nah, that ain't right. We got to correct that. Nah, we need somebody at their game. Make that phone call. I need you at this game. Nobody is there filming. We can't have that. We can't make that mistake. You know what I'm saying? So, do yourself, man, some justice and make sure that the NBA is built on principle, not racist, not racial. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not a product that's gonna last. That's gonna be a product that make people hate it. See, people love the NBA in the beginning to the point where they got addicted to the NBA. So you still got a lot of people tuning in to the NBA. The WNBA can't afford that luxury. You can't be built on the premise of, hate and racism, and have people thinking that that's the reason y'all did it. So I gotta head up out of here, but man, definitely hit the subscribe button, accept my invitation, and that's all I got for now. National Sports Chat. That was my take, and I'm out.